Welcome to Striking Midnight. Follow us into the darkness as we search for answers. Come with us as we attempt to lift the veil between this world and the next, so that hopefully we can get communication with those that went before. Well, you know the old saying, another day, another dime. Well, for me and Viv, it's another day, another investigation. So today we're out on an investigation. Again, we're back to the old haunting ground, if you pardon the pun. We're going back to Norfolk and we're going to King's Lynn. Viv says that there's something there of particular paranormal interest that she would like to share with me and she would like me to see. So who knows? You know, I don't know what goes on in Viv's head. Who could tell what goes on in Viv's head? It's just... what would you call it? I don't know. It's just a paranormal puzzle that's going on up there. But do you know what? She's always come good and she's always come through. So let's go with Viv and come with me as well as we venture back into Norfolk, King's Lynn, and we in search of this paranormal, I don't know, what would you call it? A paranormal adventure. Yeah, come with us. So we are here. We have actually arrived in Norfolk. I've met Viv, and true to her word, she's brought me to an amazing place. So this is where we carry out the investigation later on. And as you can see, it's a very old, ancient cemetery, and the church itself dates way back. But there'll be a little bit more information on that. Now, within this church, or there's something in this church that is extra special. I know what you're saying, but Dan, all churches are special. They are indeed. They're amazing places full of history, memories and lives. But inside this, there's something that dates back about the 18th century. Well, actually not about the 18th century, it is the 18th century. And I will be able to tell you more about that as we go on further into the investigation. Lots of little headstones down there as well. Now, let me tell you around me. Now, I'm not a pretty sight, as you probably know, but you'll have to look at me just for a couple of minutes. And the reason we're here is because there is... Well, let's get Viv in. You right there, Viv? Where are you? Let's have a look. You there, Viv? Let's see if we can find Viv. Here she is. Right, Viv. What's the name of the lady that's in there? Her effigy is in there, isn't it?
Sarah Hare.
Sarah Hare's effigy is in there.
Do you know what I just found out? Lady Rose Hare.
Now, that's a name that came up early. That's not the name of the church, by any chance, is it? No, it's not. Let's have a look. Ah, there you go. So as you can see, one of the administrators is a Lady Rose Hare. So she's obviously a descendant. Because same with all these villages, the families go back centuries, and even though families leave villages, some of the namesakes still stay on, and there's probably centuries and centuries of monuments and headstones to various members of the family throughout the centuries inside here. Right, story time. So inside that church there is the effigy of this lady, Sarah Hare, and she wanted to have an effigy, or she wanted to have replication of her hands and her face in wax done before she passed away, so that she could have an effigy or a model of herself inside the church when she passed. And she passed in 1777, and the model has been in there ever since. I'm not sure if we can get in there or not. Oh, we can get in there. Excellent. Let's go and have a look, see if we can find her. So her effigy is actually inside this church. And the interesting thing is that she passed away because she pricked her finger while she was sewing, and she got a blood infection, and unfortunately she succumbed to that. As was the case in those days, medicine wasn't really at the top of its tree then, was it? They were still using leeches. Actually, they still are today, so there you go. But the interesting thing was that a lot of the locals said that it was God's will that she would pass for working on a holy day, and that was the reason that they gave. But she's in here, but I don't know if you can see her.
I just spotted something very, very interesting. Come with me.
Oh, let's have a look.
I don't know if you can zoom in.
Yep, let's get in there. Yeah, there you go. It's a hand.
It's a handprint of the
Oh.
stonemason.
Now that is amazing.
And
That's
that's
pretty
something
cool.
you don't see very
No,
often.
not at all. So, is it open, Viv? Is it open
Shall
inside
we
there?
go inside the church?
Let's venture in and have a look, shall we? See if we can, there you go. See if we can
Clean
make
shoes.
contact. Always. There you go. Thank you.
I'm
So there goes Viv.
going first.
You're going first, are you? See if we can see Sarah.
How beautiful is this church?
Oh, this is absolutely stunning. Bell ringers. So you can see the bell tower right back there. Beautiful. And then through here we have the nave and the altar all the way through. Beautiful, just stunning. And look at this carving.
Isn't that very lovely?
It's gorgeous.
How beautiful that is.
I know, and it's stunning. I wonder where Sarah is in here then. Let's have a look. So, look at this floor. Just look at this place. Now, Sarah apparently is, her effigy is very near the place where she was buried, very near the spot where she was buried, but nobody seems to know where that is. So what's through here? Let's have a look. This is amazing, Viv. Absolutely. Ah, I think I found her.
Look at this.
Is this her, Viv?
I will
Right,
shoot.
let's have a look. And there is Sarah.
Oh my God.
An effigy as the lady was in her day.
Oh, isn't that beautiful?
It's amazing, isn't it? And that wig apparently is her wig, so it's one of her wigs. And they were saying that the style of it is 20 years out of date. So she was very rural. The fashions of London hadn't quite hit this far out at the time. So that was 20 years out of date to London fashions.
Let's just read that. Here lies the body of Sarah Hare, youngest daughter of St Thomas Hare. What's that saying?
And Dame Elizabeth, his wife and sister to the present Thomas Hare,
Hare.
who departed this life
The something day.
of April, whatever, and ordered this effigy to be placed here. So we believe that she's probably buried somewhere close to this. So there you go.
So there's a long line of hairs.
Yeah. Lots and lots and lots of the Hare family. So just fantastic. So there
Wow.
is Sarah.
Let's get a good shot of it. Come back a bit.
Let's have a look.
Come back.
You know what? I think we're better closer because it seems to lose some of its.
Just come back so they get the cabinet.
Yeah.
So they can see her in the cabinet. Watch that down.
Got you. It's not that great a shot, but it's really.
You can see the cabinet. And
But when you go up close, I mean, I videoed the cabinet a minute ago, but that's all right. But yeah, as you go up close, you get a better look of her.
oh God, shall I
So
take
there you
some-
go.
Shall I take some pictures?
And those were actual models made of her hands, and that is as she looked in the day. Amazing,
Warts and all.
as they say. So yeah, this place is absolutely amazing. Fantastic church, and somebody coming in, I think.
Yeah.
But are they from
they're
this
not
world
logging
or
us
the
in.
spirit world? I was just thinking that. Maybe we should check. Mind you, great place to be locked in. So, we've arrived and we've been here 5 or 10 minutes hoping to do a vigil in here. But unfortunately, the chap turned up to lock the church up. So Viv has convinced him, or talked him into allowing her to go upstairs to watch him wind the church clock up. So she's off there having a bit of jolly up there, enjoying herself. And I just thought I'd just take a little bit of time to just show you how stunning this church is. Now, as I say, Sarah, she died because sadly she pricked her finger with a needle and succumbed to blood poisoning. And as I said earlier, they put it down to her working on the Lord's Day, which I don't know if they thought that was justification for it or not, but that was the reason that or that was what people thought, local village people. And the interesting thing about this place as well, it must be amazing to have a family that have lived in one place for 1,000 years, you know, landed gentry is the case with most of them. And that everywhere in the village, like the pub, the local pub is named the Hare Arms after the family. And that you still live here and you still work here and you'll still exist here as a family. But literally hundreds and hundreds of years, up to 1,000 years of your family heritage is rooted in the same spot where you are. I mean, that's just mind-blowing. That's just phenomenal. But this place is really, I'm in awe of it, to be honest with you. Now, as I say, unfortunately, we can't carry out a vigil in here because the chap is just about to lock the church up. But saying that, we are going to be doing some vigils outside in the churchyard. And of course, Sarah's spirit, wherever it may be, whether it dwell within or out, hopefully we'll be able to make contact with her, or at least we'll be able to make contact with some spirits or some energies. So let's just take it from there, shall we, and see how the night proceeds. Hopefully it will be a good one. Right, I didn't have the foresight to bring equipment in here with me, and of course now that there's the church warden that's in here, it would look ever so suspect if I was to pull out a voice recorder. So I'll just have to do it on my phone and see if we get anything back. I'm keeping in mind that Viv and the church warden are up in the tower, the clock tower, so I'm just going to ask a couple of questions and see if we get any feedback on this. If you guys can hear anything on any of the videos, or this video as well, all the videos, but this video at this point, if you can hear anything on here that resembles a voice or a mumble or answering back or a cough or any kind of noise, please put it down and timestamp it for me. Let me know, and then I'll review the video footage after and see if I can catch it. Because obviously, when you're here, you can't always pick up on everything that's said or every movement or every knock and bang. So let's start. Sarah here, does your spirit still reside in this place of worship? Sarah Hare, where are you actually deposited or buried in this church? Are you inside the church or are you on the outside of the church? Knocking is Viv and the church warden. So forget that. That's Viv. Are there any other spirit energies within this church that dwells within this church or this churchyard that would like to come forward and make communication with us to say hello? I thought I saw something then, but I think it's just my eyes. Right, I don't think this is going to work very well because obviously we've got extraneous voices and noises, but you know, you work with what you got. Just one more question, I think, in here. Sarah, do you still spend time in your home? Do you still visit your family that live within this village even now, hundreds of years after your death? So remember, guys, even though there's lots of noise in the background, just listen out for different bits and bobs because I can hear that. Of course I can, it's as loud as anything. But that can't be helped. That's unfortunately what happens. And sound does travel in sort of empty open spaces. But they're back now. I'll speak to you in a minute. Just look at that workmanship in that. You don't get workmanship like this anymore. Look how beautifully crafted that is. Look how beautifully crafted all of these pews are. In fact, look how beautifully crafted it all is. Just breathtaking. Just get a load of that. How beautiful is the bell tower. Just stunning. Absolutely beautiful place. Thank you.
Thank you.
So look at this, guys. There's a hare, namesake of the family, actually intricately and hand carved onto this seating. How cool is that? How beautiful is that? What one's that, Viv?
It's calf.
Oh, wow. It's just beautiful, isn't it?
I love this church.
It's absolutely stunning.
I want my ashes here in this church.
Gorgeous, isn't it? Right. So the chap's just gone and left us to our own devices for a little bit, so we thought we'd creep in here, take some photos, and very respectfully do a vigil right by where the effigy of Sarah is. Right.
Sarah, if you're here with us, can you just quickly make your presence known? Could you knock on something? Could you tell me, Sarah, did they base this fairy tale story on you, Sleeping Beauty, where your finger was pricked while you were sewing?
Sarah, would you be kind enough to tell us, are you interred inside the church, or is your interment outside in the grounds? Do you still come to this place and spend time with your family, your ancestors? My name is Dan.
I'm Viv, Sarah.
So very pleased to meet you and make your acquaintance if you're here.
I get the feeling she's not inside because her father is outside.
It's odd, isn't it?
I think she's outside.
It's odd. What's really odd is that she's been here since 1777,
17 years.
which is a long time, but not long enough to forget where she's buried. Where apparently
Her
have.
father is just outside the back here, so I'm wondering.
So
if
he
she's
must be near him, yeah.
We'll go out and have a look in a bit, shall we?
Yeah, definitely. Are there any other spirits, spirit energies, or spirit people that would like to come and say hello to myself and Vivian today?
Is it me, or is her face features changing? Mouth?
I think it's just one of them things. The light's getting darker, isn't it? The light's dimming.
Yeah.
And the more you look at it, it's like anything, the more you look at it, this is my opinion anyway, that maybe it's your eyes get tired and strained or what have you. Sorry, are there any spirits or any people that would like to come forward and say hello to myself and Vivian this evening?
Dan, come here, let's go get a selfie.
Okay.
We have to have a selfie.
So we placed ourselves in front of Sarah's, what do you call it, effigy?
Effigy.
And we're just going to ask some more questions. Sarah, do you remember how you died? Apparently, Sarah, you weren't married. Is that true? Myself and Vivian have come a long way to see you and to say hello and to pay our respects.
And we got lost.
We did.
We got lost.
And we think that your effigy is very beautiful.
Yes.
What was the village like in your time?
She's got a beautiful dress on.
Yes. Was the village very different from than what it is today? the wig, Sarah, that's on the... What do you hear? It's not the traffic, is it?
No.
We'll have to look back on that.
Yeah, just let us know if you heard that. In
Yeah,
the
please
chat.
do, guys. Sarah, the wig that's on the effigy, was that yours? Apparently it was. Blessings to you, Sarah. I hope wherever you are, that you're in the lap of luxury and you are happy,
And in the hands of God.
somewhere loving. You want to ask anything, Viv?
Are you with your dad, Sarah? Lord Thomas Hare?
Right. Okay. It's really kind of the guy to leave us in here. But we're doing this with total respect and love. We're not here to treat people like a sideshow or a gimmick. We're just here, we're searching for answers. So we're going to go outside now because
He wants to lock the church up.
he looks a bit tasty and I don't want to upset him. So the thing is, we've just carried out the vigil inside the actual church itself. We did it, guys, with total love and total respect. And I think that's the name of the game. Just treat these people, whether they're alive or dead, treat them like they're still here and you're still engaging with a living person. That's the way that it should be done. That's the way that everybody should do it. Always show the utmost respect and the utmost love when you're dealing with these people. Because somebody could be dealing with your ancestors or your family or your grandparents, and you wouldn't like them to treat them in a sort of a, an unkempt, horrible way. So always remember that. Always be respectful. It pays dividends. So Viv's now gone up into the back of the organ, who misses. She's gone up to the organ with the chap, and he's showing her. It sounds bad. It sounds like a carry-on film. He's showing her his pipes at the back of the organ. I don't even want to go there, but she's off adventuring. She loves it. She's like a church mouse. She's up here, there, and everywhere, looking at all the little bits and bobs, and it's just been an amazing time. And we haven't even started the night vigil or the late vigil yet. When we get that started, hopefully we'll get some stuff out here, but we will see. Now, whilst I was in there signing the guest book, I felt something. Now, I'm not saying it's paranormal, it could be anything, but there was something that felt like a pressure on my knee. As I say, it probably wasn't paranormal, but I just want to give every instance and everything that I feel, see, hear or smell. I'm going to give it to you guys so you can do with it what you want. But I'm not proclaiming that anything is paranormal. It probably wasn't, as I say. But I'd just like to give people an overview of what's going on from our perspective. Just look at that. Isn't that stunning? Isn't that just beautiful? Right, so there you go, peace tour. We were just talking to Robert, the church, I suppose you'd like the church warden, wouldn't he, Viv? Something like that. He's the chap who looks after the church, as you know. And he was telling us that this whole kit and caboodle, every property in the village is actually still owned by the family, with the exception of 2 houses. Lady Rose. So that's pretty amazing. And there are properties that they went outside of the family's ownership, but as they've become available again, the family have been buying them back into the actual family estate, which is pretty cool in itself.
She owns this building.
Yeah, she owns everything. Pub and everything, doesn't she? Mm-hmm. See? I'm still looking for a woman who owns a pub.
There's a peacock in the pub, well, around the pub.
Yeah,
Dan's going to take it for a walk.
I am peacocks.
So that would be interesting though, like later on, whether you'll hear the
peacock, yeah.
Screaming.
Do you reckon that might be the chucking out time, mightn't it? Rather than the bell, the peacock might just go off on one. I will try to work out whether it's Lenny Henry or the peacock. Do you remember the old peacock noise you used to do?
Oh, yeah.
That's it. So it's very interesting. Robert's a very nice guy, and he.
Dad got 8. I think he said there was about 8 bells in there.
Yeah, There's loads and loads of bells in there. Robert was saying that he was the blacksmith here since he was, I think he was on an apprenticeship
15.
from 15. And Robert's 79 now, Viv, isn't he?
I'm still here.
And still here. And he's still got to even invite us over to look at his blacksmith shop. That's what a lovely chap he is. But we declined because we thought, well, you know what? We're going to make hay whilst the sun is shining.
His
and
poor wife's probably got his tea ready for him.
I
wondering where he
know.
is.
And there we are, keeping him talking
He'll be
about
in
the
the doghouse
church.
when he gets home. He lives just over there, actually.
Yeah, literally, stone's throw from the church. In fact, if I pick the stone, no, I better not do that. But, yeah, so we're going to just set our stuff up, start doing the investigation, and then go on from there.
Ooh.
So myself and Vivian had just been ambling along throughout the cemetery, looking at the headstones, and they're absolutely phenomenal. The dates go way, way back, as you would expect of a churchyard of this age, clearly. And we were sort of looking at, well, works of art that these headstones are. I mean, just get a load of that. Look how beautiful, look how intricate that artwork is. The stonemasons' work there, the carvers' work. Beautiful. Excellent. William, that looks like, oh, is that William Bonus? Not sure. Age has made it illegible, I'm afraid, somewhat. But yeah, it's a phenomenal place, and just to look at that, just look at it. Right, so what we've got tonight, guys, we've got a new thing that's added to our box of tricks. It's a paranormal music box. Now, pardon the noise it makes when it goes off, but this is the noise it makes when it's triggered. But it will make this noise initially to set itself. So that's that. Now, if anything interferes with that, and we hear it sets itself off, we'll know we might have, maybe have a little bit of activity going on there.
That could be the stinging nettle that set that off.
It could. Well, it could, but I think it takes. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to move that in a minute, and so if it is the spirit energy, then I'll move it to somewhere where it's a little bit less conspicuous.
Keep talking.
So
I'm going to film it.
well, that was me doing that time clearly. So we've got that. And we've also next got this in our bag of tricks.
Is there somebody here with us?
Odd. Are there any spirit energies here with us this evening? Could you make that go off again when I count down? Right, what I'm going to do, there's a person here with us this evening from Spirit. I'm going to count down. You can give me a chance to count down if you are here. Let me just turn it off for a second, because if it is Spirit, it's getting annoying. Not really. And we're going to try this one. So this, as you've seen before, is the flux.
The flux capacitor.
Flux capacitor. It's the Flux 2, and what it does is you can get answers to questions. So the left side, right. So what we've got here, you guys have seen this before. This is a Flux 2. So what this basically is a yes/no machine, and it works at the colour spectrum of it is that it lights up green on this side, I think, for a yes, and it will light up red on that side for a no. So Spirit can actually they can engage with this. They can use their energy to get close to this, to set it off, and depending on what side they move to, depends on the answer to the question that you've actually posed. So that's how it works in principle. I've seen these work before. They seem to work really well. Let's see if they work really well for us, shall we? So I'm going to set this to that, and I'm going to let it
Do it the same place you put
just there,
the other thing.
and that is. So that's set itself now. So, are there any spirit people here? Are there any people here that would like to come forward and engage with us, communicate with us, talk to us in any way, my name is Dan. And this lady who's with me is called Vivian. And we're here out of pure love. And we're not here to treat you like a gimmick or a sideshow. We're just here to find answers. So if you are here, could you please come forward? And if you go to the left-hand side of this machine, you can see the lights on it. That should give me a yes answer. And if you go to the right-hand side of the machine, my right-hand side, that should give you a no answer. I think that's, if I remember it right way round, that's how it works. So, are there any spirits here? Are there any people here that would like to come forward this evening and communicate with us? We're really happy to talk. Thank you. Thank you very, very much.
So the thing that went off was actually...
was about right,
yeah.
So there may have been something here. Thank you ever so much for that answer. It's really great to meet you. As I say, my name is Dan. Are you a male spirit? Or are you female?
Or is your name Sarah, Dan?
Is your name Sarah? Are you a man? Are you a lady? Are you a child?
Animal.
If you're still here, could you just let us know, please? Could you light up that green light again for us?
The fleeting hello.
It was a fleeting hello.
I'll stop it here, shall I?
Yeah, I think so. Not getting much more at the minute. So Viv is at present, there you go, setting up some of the kit. We've got a paranormal music box over there, and Viv is now putting the flux down with a yes/no machine. Oh, nice.
Is it supposed to go pink?
I'm not sure.
Have I done it wrong?
No, it's fine, it's setting itself. Oh, hang on. I'll tell you what I would do, Viv. Put it down on the floor first and then turn it on. It's new to me, this thing. Yeah, it's because that's all right. You can reset it, I think. Looks like it's doing one. Oh, do you know what? It's the grass. It's in quite high grass, so it's picking up interference off the grass. So if we lay that down, that's it. Hopefully that's it. Oh, hang on. Right, we need to put that somewhere.
It's talking to itself.
I think what we need to do is we need to put that on a...
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, no, it's just playing around. I think if we put that somewhere flat where there's no grass or no...
Turn it off.
Yeah, I'll turn it back up. What I would do, see over there? See where the graves are, Viv? Let's have a look. I'll be surprised if that sets itself. Oh, is it going to set itself? No, it won't. No.
No, I don't like that.
No, it doesn't like that because it's picking up the grass. The grass is interfering with it, so it's picking up the movement of the grass, I think. Yeah, no, it's not going to, Viv. So I think what we do, if you can put it over there on one of those graves, on the.
Do you think we should? bit.
Well,
disrespectful.
it might be a bit disrespectful actually, but if we can place it... What about there? On this board?
Well, here.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's see if that...
Am I too close to it?
No, because you're the different side to it, so it's picking up energy. Hang on. Right, I'll tell you what, we'll get back to you in a minute, guys.
You don't like me. Oh, we go.
Right, so this is setting itself where it should be. Perfect. So that's me.
What was that?
That was me standing on an old branch.
Was it?
Yeah.
I noticed something down here.
So once again, is that fell out of my bag? Yeah, well done, Viv, thank you. Right, once again, are there any spirits that are here with us this evening? If you move to this side and you move close to the machine, the flashing machine there, this side will light up green and that will indicate a yes. And for no to the answers, if you move to this side, it will light up a no, a red. So are there any spirit energies that are with us this evening that would like to come forward and make communication? My name is Dan. We believe that somebody came forward earlier. Would you like to do that again, please, if you're still here? So let's turn around to look a bit.
Now, Lily, if you're here wandering this beautiful churchyard, come close to myself and Dad. Just make us know of your presence by either coming to the light on the floor. It won't hurt you. It will just let us know that you're standing there because we can't see you. And it just gives us confirmation of your presence by playing a lovely tune. There's another light over there, next to Dan. You know, if you prefer to go to Dan, go and stand near that light. And that again will give us an indication that you are standing with us and trying to communicate with us. Or maybe
What do you reckon?
an old church warden.
Yeah?
If you served in this church, if you were part of the clergy, we don't need to want to be disrespectful to you. We just want to learn from you. We want to learn the history of this place. We understand who is inside the church and who is buried outside of the church. But what we're looking for is confirmation that there is an afterlife. So if you could come and walk towards us, come to one of these devices, just give us the proof that there is an afterlife or another dimension that our souls go to once we pass on. We're just inquisitive that there is an afterlife or an hereafter. You've heard my colleague Dan mention that so many times. We just want you now to just prove it to us. Just show yourselves to us, or get one of these devices going, just so that myself and Dan can understand a little bit more. You know, that's all we're asking. I'm going to step away from the devices now, Dan, and I think
Okay, no problem, Viv.
just let them do their thing, and if you want to call out.
Yeah, that would be great if you could come forward, please. Myself and Viv just want communication. We want to know that you're here. And most of all, we want to know about you and your life, who you are, not who you were, because we're very aware that you're still in existence, that you are still the same person that you were. And we would just like to know a little bit about you. So if you would be gracious enough to come forward and make that machine over there, a sound out of that, or the one on the wall, which is a yes/no box, probably better described as a yes/no box, that will give us answers to questions that we may pose to you, if that's okay. We are here with total love and total respect. There is no other way or reason we would be here.
Oh.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much. That's
When
very,
you
very
mentioned
kind
love
of you.
That went off.
When it mentioned love, we mentioned love.
Love, yeah.
We really are here with love. Would you please be kind enough?
So it seems to go from
Yeah.
one to the other. It's all sort of...
Thank you so much. That's ever so kind of you. Bless you. If I may ask you a question again,